we can actually use this concept of different perspectives for personal growth. And this is something called the Dilts logical levels. And where this is important is that if at any point we want to change our behaviors, we want to try something new, and there's very good reasons for it, because we might want to achieve a goal and one method doesn't work, so we look for another one. Again, the more options, the more successful. But when it comes to change, we often start at the bottom of this hierarchy. We change our environment. So take the example of wanting to drop a dress size. You might go to the gym, not at the moment, but you might work out at home, you might go for a run outside, you change your environment. You might even change your behaviors, the next step up. That means you might diet, you might change what you're eating. You will get stronger, so your capabilities also change. So as you can see, one might lead to the other. And you may achieve that goal. But if you do not believe that you are a person who has that fitness mindset, that healthy, strong mindset, it is very easy, once you've achieved the goal, to just slip back down to the bottom. The whole thing about the Dilts model is that whilst you can affect change at any of these areas, anything that you start at the bottom will not necessarily carry upwards. But if you change at the top, you change your thinking, you change your viewpoint, you change the way that you might see yourself, you change the beliefs you have about yourself, they all feed downwards. And so to kick off, I want to give you a little warm up that I give a lot of my training sessions, and I show them a bottle. And I say to them, you've got 1 minute to think of as many uses as you can for this one bottle. You can do this with me now. I won't give you a minute, but just have a think. Then I put one person with another person, and as a pair, they get to talk about what their ideas were and then come up with more ideas. Then they work as a group. Now, this is not simply to show the power of brainstorming and how a chaired brainstorm can sometimes be more effective than simply shout words out, but actually to show you that on your own, you may think in a certain way only, and that's fine. You've got to this stage thinking in that way. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you then consider someone else's point of view, one person might think, oh, I could make a musical instrument out of that bottle. Another person may think, actually, I can make a light. Those are two quite different approaches to the same task. And by working with that other person, you begin to realize there is a different way to look at this. Working with a group, you will realize there are many different ways of looking at this. Again, as we said from the start, not any of them are necessarily better or worse than the other. Not one should feel threatened by the other, but simply by broadening our outlook, we have a better opportunity to make effective choices.